First thing we'll do is we'll look out at the water and we'll take in just how pretty it is. And the first thing I take in is how the landscape's reflecting on the water. And why this is important, unlike a ride at Disneyland where you get strapped in and just go, wow, look. You are in charge of kind of watching the conditions, making sure as if they turn for the worse, that you're making your way back to home base here. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Survival.
Yeah, a little bit. I wanted some intensity with this. So about every half an hour, just look, see what's going on. Right now you got like a light, actually it's dying out of the west. Our prevailing wind will be a northwest wind. It comes streaking down the bay here. Whoa.
Streaking.
Yeah.
Right at you. Careful.
Whoa! It zooms this way, and it's very important because that's the wind that can get kind of ugly. We know that one, right? And it's just something to be aware of. Remember one thing, when you're kayaking and you're on the bay or anywhere, the wind going directly this way up towards you is perfect. That's fine. You want to be straight into a wind, or you want the wind at your back. As much as possible, don't have a wind blowing at the side of your boat, because then you have to compensate a lot on one side. But if you actually have the boat tacking a little more, meaning if the wind was blowing this way and I wanted to get over there, instead of just going over there and really compensating with my left side, I'd actually tack into the wind at an angle and then come back with the wind to that same spot, seeming like the longer way to go, but when it comes to physical exertion, it's actually less. How nice is that? Okay, the boats I got for you guys, user-friendly. You sit inside, not on top, just make that clear. And when you sit in the boat, the key word is sitting. You sit in the boat when you're out on the water. You don't do any of this or like, oh my gosh, do I have something back here? Then the boat will tip over and you'll fall out.
Excuse me, sir. Real quick.
Then we'll have to rescue, yeah.
One quick question. So are there those holes in that kayak, and there's the little single plug, but there's 2 holes or 4 holes, and there's water in them? Is that an issue?
Not at all. No, he's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the water, it's inside the hole.
Inside what hole?
Hole.
You mean the cockpit or the hull?
There's water in those holes that plastic area.
Yeah, that's a sit on top.
He said that doesn't matter. Except for, what did you just say? Can I get a what? What? So the story, the joke about that was, I ran a marathon, and with a friend, and I said, after we finished, I said, can I get a what? And she said, no. And I said, seriously? I just ran a marathon and I can't even have a what? And she goes, all right, what? Because she didn't have a very fun run.
With,
it wasn't
the
happy.
group here. Nice. So the boat's real stable. When I'm done here, take your boats, you'll get them down to the water's edge. Kind of where those guys are putting it is a good spot. It's real soft sand there, and everyone loves a little soft sand. Getting your boat right on the water's edge. Water's edge meaning where water's meeting the edge. You'll get the water's edge. Can I use this paddle? We stick with basics here.
Yeah.
The water's edge right about there. You'll get into the boat, make any adjustments that need be, and I feel perfect. So I take my paddle right behind me, kind of supporting it like this. 1, 2, 3, and I scooch. 1, 2, 3, and I scooch. Okay? And then I'm out in the water.
He's sort of like a gondola driver.
Everything feels different than when I drove down here. When I drove down here, it was real stable. I was in the car seat, seatbelt on. Now I'm in a boat, and it wants to almost like wiggle a little bit. It's very important that when I'm in the boat, that I wiggle all I want down here. But up here stays nice and horizontal. It's like salsa dancing. A little extra for you girls. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to do this when you're in the boat. This is very important. Keep this nice and horizontal. You paddle, you want this to be the center of your paddle, which it is, right where it comes apart. And you want that right off your nose. From here to here, you find the center there, and off you go. And you start paddling. And do it right off your shoulders here, not down here, you know? You're really trying to get this upper body into this. Now when you paddle, paddle only needs to go about that deep. When you paddle, you're not just pulling, but you're actually pushing as you pull. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You want to steer this boat. So as you paddle, you would go heavy right, shallow left, heavy right, shallow left, heavy right. And the boat turns this way. Opposite if you want to turn the boat this way. Everyone understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty solid stuff there, huh? Yeah, yeah. The person in back, you're in charge of steering the boat. So all these things apply to you. Person in front, were you in front of the boat in the tandem? Nice. Your job is just to just sing songs about the company, have fun, point out birds and things like that. But also, just keep a nice even paddle. If you're going like this and like that, and then suddenly like this, and then stopping, and then going like that, it makes it real tough for the person in back. If you got a nice little flow going, like this, right? He could go, she's got a right, a left. They both have a right, a left, and off they go. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Everyone have fun? If you come back or you want to stop somewhere on the way, you paddle towards that beach really hard. As you approach the beach, just lean back. You'll lean back, a little momentum, slide you right up on that beach, making it real easy to get out. Any questions?
No?
Have fun? Ooh, suddenly a south wind. Everything's... Can I get a copy of this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. BodegaBayKayak.com.
Absolutely.
All right, sweet.
Bring it.
Thanks, guys. Good job, Bob. I'm watching you.